Now before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to my SHOT Show 2024 sponsors. Maxpedition, Phoenix, Nightcore, Viridian Weapon Technologies, Tops Knives, and Magna Lens.
What's up, what's up? Welcome to the Artisan side of the Artisan and CGRB booth. I've got some cool stuff right down here. We got some really nice designs this year. We pulled on some new designers. I am really stoked to have these particular models because, hot damn. All right. Let's start with one that just got released. Not technically a new prototype, but it just dropped, I think, a few weeks ago. This is the Waden, designed by Nick Rogers. This has got a very distinctive style to it. Kind of traditional, kind of not. Love that little like tie Damascus houndstooth right there. Check out that front flipper. That little S-curve makes this thing real easy to use. I am having a hard time not thinking of this as a traditional styled folder, but it's really not. There's no traditional shape like this that I'm aware of, but I love the lines. I love how smooth it is. I love that milling pattern on there. The slightly raised backspacer. This thing is classy. That blade is nice and slicey. There's just a fantastic profile to it. It is not super light in pocket. Nick actually designed this in particular to have like that weight of carry. You want this to feel like something in your pocket without being a big knife. I think this just hits it perfectly. It's elegant, it's functional, but it's got a bit of an artistic flair to it. And I think it just hits all those points for someone looking for that new kind of classy EDC. So that is the Waden, designed by Nick Rogers. Let's move over to my boy Ray Laconico. Oh man, I've been excited for this one. All right, so I own the custom of this one, and this knife has captivated me for so long. This is the Rebel, and man, this thing just melts into the hand. I am so into this. I love the way that the jimping is just right there, that high clip point, super thin blade, like the point on this thing just disappears. It's light, it's fluid, it moves nicely in the hand, it's clean line, and that snappy accuracy. Oof, this is so good. I love the custom version, but this one's stealing my heart. So that is the Revel. Also, for those of you who are fans of Laconico, this is kind of the paired version of the Echo. So those are two of his most recent customs, and I think they're going to stick together really nicely. You have the Echo on the budget side, the Revel on the Artisan side, and this is just so nice. This is classy, this is cool. This is everything that Laconico does well, done perfectly. So I'm gonna just put this one down. All right, let's go over here. We got a new design by Triple Stripe Designs. Jonathan over at Triple Stripe, fantastic designer. He did the boa. It's been just like one of our best sellers as of late. It's got real character. It's got real fresh design language, and the Prime has got that same kind of style he's got going on. I can't put words to it, but I will say this does take a bit of Jonathan's background, as he's a sailor, and he does a lot of stuff on boats. And this does remind me of those Marlin Spike, those Mariner style knives, that really steep, almost like a very like steep sheep foot, meant to really not get caught up in rigging, not put holes in things, you're moving around. I love how we did this radial pattern on the handle. It's got a great feel to it, and it's actually still nice and slim in hand. That little notch up there gives you a great like position for your thumb. It gives you like almost like additional leverage when pushing in your cuts. And this thing also has just wonderful snappy action to it. There's so much cutting edge on this thing. It's just all edge, no tip, comfortable handle, easy to move, easy to manipulate, small in pocket, and I do like just that little bit of extra accent on the clip. There's a little English, a little bit of character, and this design just feels fresh, it feels interesting, and Jonathan's just coming in with such cool designs. So we're really happy to have this one as our second design from him. So that is the Prime. All right, now something from our good boy who is unfortunately not here this SHOT Show, from Dylan Mallory. This one has been in the works for a while. This is the Ornus. We actually had a CGRB prototype of this, I believe, almost 4 years ago. Just did not work out quite right. But now with the button lock and with the full tie version, this one actually we left the milling finish on the tie, so it's got a bit of shine to it. We've made a slightly different button lock, so it actually has a smoother action to it, a bit more of a stiff push and just the snap to this thing, the feel in hand, and that blade profile. This thing is super slicey. It's just like, I think it's a lightsaber. And as with all of Dylan's designs, it has that real kind of like moving forward kind of shape to it. It feels like the blade is heavy without it actually being heavy. It feels like there's motion going on here, especially with these like design elements. This swoop. Probably gonna change the clip. It's a little. We just slapped a cymbal clip on there first. Dylan was like, "Yeah, I gotta work on that a bit." So, but I love the shape of this. I'm really hoping to get a clip that's gonna kind of match those swoopy lines. So that is the Ornus designed by Dylan Mallory. I'm a huge fan of this one. This is just flicky and fun. It's a bigger blade than most, and I love this one. All right, and the one that you like the most. This one is undergoing a few small changes to the profile. We're going to make that flipper a little bit smaller. There's going to be a thumb disc. This is the Kami, designed by, of course, Dirk Pinkerton, because you can tell by this handle shape and how it just kind of sits in the hand like that. It melts right into it, and this is a tactile knife. This is a. Let's just reverse it in hand, and yeah, that's just about right. I may not know enough about knife fighting, but I know when something feels good in this position, and that feels fantastic. This is his take on a kukri style folder. You got that it's got a little less recurve than I'd expect, but what it is it really is just kind of coming off that line there, and you have that leading edge right there. You have a tip that still has a piercing point, and this cutting edge is wide and long and slicey, and with this feel in hand, with this little like ramp jimping right here, it feels like it's got this nice even arc of cutting. It feels like it wants to move, and especially with the carbon fiber scale, it keeps it nice and light. This nice butt end right here that keeps your fingers from going anywhere. This thing just kind of has this lock-in feel to it. Even though I kind of got smaller hands, I feel this thing in my hand. This feels like perfect. It is there. It is going to move. It wants to do things. That when it's closed, whoops, tapped on the glass, has a nice closed profile. The flipper's a little big, so as we mentioned, we're going to be trimming it out a bit. We're also going to be changing the profile of it to make it a little bit smoother, but I'm into this. I'm really into this. Dirk's happy. He loves the shape of it, and I'm really happy we finally got this one out because it's been in the works for a bit. So that is what we got going on this year. It's going to be a good SHOT Show. I think we're going to get a lot of people coming over to look at these. I am excited about this. I'm happy. It's good to play with knives. But thank you everyone again. Have a good shot.